Breaking news for every Australian pensioner watching this right now. If you're on the age pension or you're about to be, you need to hear this before anyone else in your family does. The rates for 2026 have officially been revealed, and what Centrelink has quietly rolled out this month could put hundreds, even thousands of extra dollars back into your pocket over the next year. Some of you are going to walk away from this video shocked at how much more you're now entitled to. And others are going to realize you've been leaving money on the table without even knowing it. Stick with me right through to the end, because I'm going to reveal the exact fortnightly amount you should be receiving from July 2026. The hidden threshold change that just made thousands of new retirees eligible overnight. And the one number Centrelink hopes you don't check on your next payment slip. Welcome back to Centrelink Age Pension, the channel Australian seniors trust for straight-talking, no-nonsense retirement advice. And today's update is one of the biggest of the year. Let's get straight into it because the numbers are what you came for. From the 20th of March, 2026, the maximum full age pension was indexed upward, and those rates continue right through until the next review in September 2026. If you're a single pensioner, you are now entitled to receive up to $1,200.90 per fortnight. That is your maximum basic rate, plus the pension supplement, plus the energy supplement, all rolled into one payment. Over a full year, that works out to approximately $31,223 landing in your bank account. If you're part of a couple, each of you is entitled to $905.20 per fortnight, which gives a combined household total of $1,810.40 every fortnight, or roughly $47,070 a year between the two of you. And here's something a lot of people don't realize. If you're a couple separated by illness, where one partner is in aged care or hospital, for example, you can each be paid at the single rate of $1,200.90 per fortnight. And that alone is a lifeline worth understanding properly. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. And this is the part I want you to pay close attention to because it kicked in just this month on the 1st of July, 2026. While the headline payment rate itself didn't change in July, the thresholds absolutely did. And this is the sneaky little indexation move that could push you from a part pension straight into a full pension without you doing a single thing differently. The income-free area for a single pensioner has jumped from $218 per fortnight up to $226. For couples, the combined income-free area has climbed from $380 to $396 per fortnight. That means you can now earn more from part-time work, from investments, from a rental property, before Centrelink starts clawing back a single cent of your fortnightly payment. Combine that with the work bonus, which still sits at $300 per fortnight, and older Australians who want to stay in the workforce have more breathing room than they've had in years. But the upper limits have shifted too, and this is where I want you to sit up. A single pensioner can now still qualify for a part pension with assessable income of up to $2,627.80 per fortnight. For couples, that combined figure is now $4,016.80. If you or someone in your family was told last year that they earned too much to get any pension at all, get them to reapply, because these new thresholds might have just opened the door back up. And I'm telling you right now, thousands of Australians are going to miss this because Centrelink doesn't exactly call you up and tell you when you become eligible again. You have to know, and you have to act. Let's talk assets now, because this is where the biggest movement happened. If you own your own home and you're single, you can now hold up to $333,000 in assessable assets and still receive the full age pension. That's up from $321,500, so an increase of $11,500 in headroom. If you're a single non-homeowner, that limit has jumped to $600,000, up from $579,500. For homeowner couples, the combined full pension asset threshold is now $499,000. And for non-homeowner couples, it's a very generous $766,000 combined. Remember, the family home itself is completely exempt from the assets test. Always has been and still is. So this is about everything else. Your super, your bank accounts, your car, your caravan, your investments outside of super, all of that. And even if you have more than that, don't switch off, because the part pension cutoff limits have also moved higher. A single homeowner can now hold up to $733,500 in assets and still receive a part age pension. For a single non-homeowner, it's $1,500,000. Homeowner couples can hold up to $1,102,500 combined, and non-homeowner couples can hold up to $1,369,500 combined and still receive at least a partial pension. And here's why that matters so much more than people realize. Even a tiny part pension of just a few dollars a fortnight unlocks the pensioner concession card, which gives you cheaper medicines under the PBS, discounts on your electricity, water, and council rates, cheaper public transport, and in some states, even free registration on your car. So chasing that part pension eligibility is not about the small payment itself, it's about the concessions behind it that can be worth thousands more every single year. Now let's talk about deeming, because this is the silent killer of pension entitlements, and most people don't understand it. From the 20th of March 2026, the deeming rate freeze that had been in place since May 2020 finally ended. The lower deeming rate went up from 0.25% to 1.25%, and the upper deeming rate went up from 2.25% to 3.25%. That is a full percentage point jump, and for anyone with significant money in the bank, in term deposits or in managed investments outside of super, this means Centrelink is now assuming you earn more from those assets than they used to assume, which for some people has trimmed their pension. However, and this is the good news to balance it, the deeming thresholds themselves have also gone up from the 1st of July. The single threshold rose from $64,200 to $66,800, and the couple combined threshold rose from $106,200 to $110,600. So the amount of your money that only gets deemed at that lower 1.25% rate is now higher, softening the blow. Here's the number Centrelink is not going to send you a personal letter about. The additional allowable asset amount for retirement village residents and granny flat interest holders has quietly increased from $258,000 to $267,000. If you're moving in with a family member and paying a granny flat interest, or you're weighing up a retirement village, this changes the maths on your assessment, and it's the sort of detail a good advisor is worth their weight in gold for. There's one more piece of the puzzle I want you to know about, because it lands on the 1st of October 2026, and that's the fully government-funded personal care services under the new Support at Home program that replaced the old home care package system back in November last year. If you're getting help at home with things like showering, dressing, and mobility, from October, those personal care services are fully covered, which frees up more of your budget for the other supports you need. So the picture for pensioners in the second half of 2026 is quietly getting better in more ways than the headlines are telling you. So here's what I want you to do the moment this video finishes. Grab your last Centrelink payment slip and compare it against the numbers I've just given you. Check whether you're getting the $1,200.90 as a single or the $905.20 each as part of a couple. If you're on a part pension, log into your MyGov account and update your income and asset details to reflect the new thresholds. Because Centrelink does not automatically reassess you every time the rules change. That is on you. If someone told you last year you didn't qualify, apply again, because the door may have just reopened. And if you're within 12 months of pension age, start your application early, because the processing times can stretch out for months, and every fortnight you delay is a fortnight of money you'll never get back. If this video helped you understand where you stand for the rest of 2026, do me one small favor. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a Centrelink update again. Share this video with one friend, one neighbor, one family member who's on the pension or heading towards it, because the amount of money Australian seniors leave behind every year simply because nobody told them the rules changed is genuinely heartbreaking. Drop a comment below and tell me your situation, single or couple, homeowner or renter, full pension or part pension, and I'll do my best to point you in the right direction in future videos. This is Centrelink Age Pension, looking out for Australian seniors the way nobody else does, and I'll see you in the next one.